everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. I want to welcome you to our announcement today. I am Jennifer Hancock, the President and CEO here at Volunteers of America, and it is my pleasure to let you know that for many years we have been operating a transitional living program here in this building. That program is dedicated to graduates of our Freedom House program. Freedom House is a unique and innovative approach to serving whole families who are affected by substance use disorder. And when they graduate from our program, they have an opportunity to come and live here for a period of time while they're working to become stable and go back to school and in gainful employment and return to their own affordable housing. We had some space come available a couple of years ago when we began to think about how we could repurpose some of the space in this facility that was unused. And right about that time, we were approached by Humana, who invited us to partner with them to deliver a community health worker program that we have named Determine Health. In fact, the mayor last summer was right here in this space helping us announce to the public that we have Determined Health right here at 43rd and Broadway, serving all 9 West Louisville neighborhoods, taking care of some community members who without us may have difficulty getting back into health care and addressing some of the most high-risk comorbidities that they're facing. This is an amazing program that seeks to address all of the social determinants of health, and part of that includes digital inclusion and digital equity. Now, I have to tell you, I've been at Volunteers of America for 15 years, and for almost 12 of those years, Mayor Fisher and his team have been amazing partners to us. They work with us in the homeless and housing space. They work with us in our restorative justice programming. And now they're helping us close the digital divide here in West Louisville. And not just Mayor Fisher and his team. I'm also so proud of the fact that we have a board of directors that is incredibly engaged. And when they see a need, they raise their hand and they identify ways that we can close gaps. And I'm talking about Taylor Ammerman, who represents CDW. She quickly identified that her organization could come to the table with Mayor Fisher and his team and help Volunteers of America create a space that is accessible for all West Louisville residents. We could not do this work today without the passionate and very capable leadership of my colleague, Dr. Janika Sherrard. When we started looking for the leader that we needed to address all of the public health issues that this organization has been seeking to solve and address with community partners, we found Dr. Sherrard, and we are so proud that she agreed to join our team a little over a year ago. So it is my pleasure to turn it over to her now and let you hear exactly how this project will affect West Louisville residents. So thank you, Janika.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. She is an awesome leader. I could not do what I do without the wonderful support of our leadership, such as Jennifer. And thank you, everyone, for coming out today. This is an occasion we have been waiting on, and I am so excited that it is here. As Jennifer said, I'm Dr. Janika Sherrod. I'm the Director of Community Health and Equity here with VOA. And VOA Health's mission is to advance social and health equity for structurally marginalized communities. We recognize that many poor health outcomes are impacted by factors such as the social determinants, things that impact our everyday lives, where we live, learn, work, worship, where we play. And this partnership with Louisville Metro Government Digital Inclusion Program is the perfect addition to our Determined Health program, which employs community health workers who are working tirelessly in the West End community every day. It is so unfortunate, but the COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the need for us to focus on digital inclusion. Many disparities that exist in our Black and Brown communities were further perpetuated by this pandemic. And when looking at the health statistics of our Black Americans fare significantly worse compared to their white counterparts out of 19 of 27 health measures, including infant mortality, pregnancy-related deaths, prevalence of chronic disease conditions, and overall mental and physical well-being. And another gap that we see is the digital divide. During the pandemic, we shifted away from the traditional approach to how we administered healthcare, and we moved to people being able to connect virtually to their medical providers. But yet, we saw in the Black and brown, low income, and underserved communities where we saw a further divide because they did not have access. We know that people who live in areas with low access to broadband connection are less likely to use or even have the know how or the knowledge to connect to video visits than in areas with more widespread access. So, this computer is bringing yet another resource to this community. This computer lab is helping us to be able to create access where individuals can have access to devices, internet connection, as well as navigation to resources and information on basic digital skills. My phenomenal team here will be leading this program and training on the digital skills training program, connecting individual to resources, helping to close the digital divide, and helping to build health literacy. The computer lab's open to individuals and families to come here throughout the week. We're hoping eventually we're going to get evening and weekend hours to make sure that we're accommodating everyone in the community. But individuals can come here not only to learn basic digital skills, but if you need to look for a job, look for affordable housing, to complete homework, to research health information, it is here for the community, and we are so excited about that. We are grateful to our partners with Louisville Metro for donating the computers, and as Jennifer already said, to our awesome board member Taylor Ammerman with CDW for sponsoring and donating the funds for us to build out the wiring for the lab. We are so excited about our continued partnership with the Digital Inclusion Program to be able to continue to work on initiatives to close the digital divide. And I am so excited that our lab features artwork from residents of the West End community. And while our society has made tremendous headway and tremendous efforts in addressing health equity, we know there's still so much more work left to do to address inequities and ensure that every person, no matter their zip code, their color, their physical or mental abilities, or their race, that they have a place to go and that they also have the opportunity to achieve optimal health outcomes in a fair and just system. So thank you so much, and I would like to turn it over to our wonderful mayor.
Thank you, Doctor. We appreciate that, and it's really great to be at another VOA event because Jennifer, for a year, you've been leading with one of the biggest hearts in the city, but then also data-driven, evidence, outcome-based programs, and it's rare to have that combination. I just want to thank you again for the great work. Let's hear it for the VOA and all the wonderful work they do. And one of the reasons they've been such a great partner is because they've aligned so much with what my administration has been trying to do over the last 12 years. When I came into office, I said there were going to be 3 core values that lead my administration. First, lifelong learning. Second, make us an even healthier city. And the third, an even more compassionate city. And so our goal from the first day we came into office has been to put those values into action, because you just can't talk about it, you got to do something about it. And when we talk about compassion, particularly when what we mean are the action steps that we can take to make sure that everyone's full human potential is shining like the sun in our city. So it's not just empathy, it's just not feeling, it's about doing something each and every day. And even before I became mayor, it was clear to me that we could do more with technology. Of course, we all knew this was some 10, 12 years ago. We're becoming more globalized. The internet's everywhere. Technology is moving very rapidly. So a question for us as a city is, how do we move more rapidly than everybody else so that we can be competitive and have an edge? In our city government, when we took a look at our programs as well, it was clear that we could step up. We were doing a good job, but we could do more. We don't want to be good. We want to be great. So we could do more. And then particularly when it came to residents having better access to technology, we couldn't stop until everybody was along for the ride. And that's why early on in my administration, we created Louisville Metro government's first ever Office for Civic Innovation, and one of the first in the country. And then we set digital inclusion as a priority for this team because, as we all know, it's education, jobs, news, healthcare, entertainment, and other necessities of life have been trending digital for a generation. And if you don't have access, you're basically out of the loop. And today, fast, reliable internet access is no different than other utilities, water, electric, sewer. You just got to have them in your home. Because when you think about it, at this very moment across our city, there are thousands of residents right now taking online classes, working in virtual meetings. They're applying for jobs online. They're getting medical care doc with a telehealth visit, which is really expanding rapidly. And the list goes on and on. Yet we had a problem. And the pandemic really shone the light on this problem. As recently as 2020, around 80,000 households in Louisville did not have a computer in their home. And we've got about 400,000 households roughly in Louisville. So about 20% of the people did not have a device. And unfortunately, many of those households are in neighbors that were already stressed by poverty and discrimination, creating what we call digital redlining, difficulty getting access to cheap, fast broadband. So our digital inclusion program launched with many of these things in mind. It's led by Ricky Santiago over here and overseen by Eric Burnett and our chief, Grace Simrall. And what we do is keep working on this gap. So in the spirit of the VOA, Jennifer, I want to talk about some outcomes. To date, we have put 1,174 donated devices into the hands of digital skills training participants. An additional 1,276 devices into the hands of residents in need. This is the biggest number here. We've partnered with high-speed internet providers and the federal government to help promote and sign people up for the Affordable Connectivity Program, which is online, broadband, which now has nearly 43,000 participants. That's worth a round of applause. Come on.
Awesome.
The other numbers are good in the 1,500 range, but this is addressing over the half of the challenge that we had. And Ricky, you've done a great job with that, and Grace and the rest of our team to really attack this problem. We're also doing it with workforce training. Our nationally recognized Code Louisville program has placed more than 600 people in career advancing tech jobs. I want to recognize Maria Liederman here as well, who works with Louisville Metro Corrections. And so for some of the guys and gals in corrections, as they're upping their digital skills, their technology game, this will be a home for them to continue that path as they exit the correction facility and reintegrate into our city. So there's all kind of ways we can bring this together to make sure people have more opportunity. We've had some great corporate support from Microsoft as well. So I want to thank everybody for these great results. And this lab right here is one more step to help bridge that gap. It's an accessible place where people can access the internet and also receive vital training to further tap into digital work. And so for us, that's lifelong learning and compassion in action. And nobody can do it alone. It takes partners. And so I've already bragged on the VOA. They're a great partner in so many of our efforts, and they're innovative as well. They do a great job with their daily work. They're always improving that, but they're also coming up with new ideas as well. I'm just really proud of the work that they do and really deeply appreciate VOA's many, many efforts and eagerness to establish great programs, including this computer lab here. I also want to thank CDW for helping make this come to life as well. So with that, Jennifer, we of course would like to give you a proclamation establishing the computer lab here for our city, and this is a very important day for the VOA and the city. Thank you
Mayor.
so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
And next, I would like to bring Ms. Taylor Ammerman with CDW.
Good morning. So from all of us at CDW, we would just like to congratulate everyone at Volunteers of America and of course the Mayor's office on the grand opening of this beautiful computer lab. We are honored to be a part of this and to see the amazing impact that it will have. It is completely aligned to our commitment to addressing digital equity by providing access to the technology itself and the connectivity that it provides, as well as the education and the digital literacy skills that will be developed,
and finally, the workforce opportunity that it will create. So it is our true pleasure to be a part of this. Thank you.
We honestly cannot do the work that we do without our partnerships with the individuals who matter the most, and that's our community members. And I am so grateful that we have been able to connect with residents of the West End, and they have been involved in the process the entire way. So one of the people who I would like to bring, he's always being pulled on by us, and that is Mr. Melvin Spencer.
I left my notes, but it's good to be here today. As it's been stated, with the computer lab coming to the community here, it's going to benefit not only the younger people or the ones that are exiting the jail, but it's going to benefit the whole community, those that choose to take advantage of it. I've been here for 9 years now. I've seen the shelter turn into the VOA for different things, a women's shelter, now the VOA to help those that are trying to get back on their feet. And I laugh and talk with all of them as they come in and out. And then the workers that are here, the men and ladies that are here, it's just amazing to see them and to look at the smile on their faces when they go out into the community to talk to people, and then to get a laugh out of them when I joke with them and tell them they need to get to work. They've been inside all day. I'm out here in the heat. They need to come on out here with me. And they say, well, here's your flyers. You go and pass those out. And I don't have a problem with that. To be able to communicate with them and to be able to communicate with the community here, it's a great thing. And we are here to benefit everybody. And so those that don't live in the area find out what's going on in the area. They want to come and to see what's going on. And I'm pretty sure that Jamaica don't mind them coming in and working on the computers, and those that are helping to help them out. And I just, I'm glad that I was able to be in town today to be a part of this. And first of all, giving thanks to God for bringing me here to Louisville 9 years ago. And then to, the city, the mayor, the workers that are here. It's just a great thing. And so let's continue to support one another and to do the things that are right and pleasing, not just here in the community, but before God. If we please him, man might as well be pleased. So we thank you.
Thank you.
Well, amen to that. Thank you so much, Mr. Melvin. So the next individual I would like to bring is not only a community member or resident, but also a client of Determined Health Program, Mr. Gary Thompson.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning.
First, I'd like to say that I'm a homeboy. I was born in 1946 at 8th and Magazine. It's the Federal Garage there now. I'm the fifth son of my parents. So I had these examples before me, and I was taught what they said, that's what you did. So I was allowed to, as the brother said, God, the creator of it all. I was allowed to experience things in my life because I wanted to know why you say this and I do it, and then others say that. So the journey has brought me, as you can see, my shirt. I'm 21 years in recovery, and the reason that I am here is because the message is clear. The message is clear. And let me read this. I come to see why they say what they say, and when they say what they said, did they do what they said? Did they show it to me, or they just told it to me? To find me, this is what it spoke to me. To achieve quality, to achieve health, quality, everyone needs a fair and just opportunity to be as healthy as possible. It's here. I'm so glad that here at VOA, we are providing everyone with that opportunity regardless of their zip, code, race, or sexual, or social position. Now, at all funerals, they say, Let your life speak for you. What will your life, what will they say to you who say it? Huh? Let your life speak for you.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Thompson. So I want to thank again every person who has been a supporter of VOA, who have partnered with us on this VOA computer lab. And now I am so excited that now we get to cut the ribbon and welcome everyone in to tour the lab.
We'll cut on 3, 2, 1.